what did you become aware of when you were filling in your worksheet? Yes, this gentleman there.
I noticed I still believe what I wrote.
Yeah, good to know.
So I was not ashamed. I was actually still believing it.
Have you done the work before?
No.
I just think it's huge for a person to admit they still believe what they wrote. A lot of egos would say, oh, I don't really believe that. But you do. What was the situation that you wrote about?
My mother started drinking when I was 12.
Uh-huh.
And I think when I was about 28, she came to my house and I saw her going from an adult as a mom's role to being an infant, where she was irresponsible and incapable of anything. And she would give me a birthday present with some Mickey Mouse stickers and so, treating me as if I was 5 while I was 30.
Yeah.
So I was still ashamed, and
Yeah.
I still believe she was irresponsible and
Yes.
self-destructive.
So you were able to identify your thoughts in that situation.
Yes.
So would you like to do the work?
Yes.
Let's do the
Well,
work.
I'm not sure if I like, but I will.
Okay. And did you write from the young man, the young child, or did you write from the grown man?
Grown man.
Okay. So read number 1.
Read it out loud?
Yes.
I am ashamed and detached with Mama because she has lowered herself to an infantile level by drinking.
So close your eyes, and you see the man there, and you see your mom there. She's
Yes.
brought you the Mickey Mouse stickers, and you see that?
Yes.
Okay. So she has lowered herself to an infantile level. Now, check it out. It's what you believed in.
Yes.
So what do you see? Is it true that she's lowered herself to an infantile level?
For me, it's still true, yes.
Okay. Now, when we're doing the work, I'll give to you what I discovered myself.
Mm-hmm.
Are you a meditator?
No.
Well, as you focus on that moment in time, it really is getting still in it. Now, there are only 4 questions, and the first 2, the answers are either yes or no. And that's really difficult for the ego, because the ego wants to say no but, or yes because. It wants to talk about it. The ego loves discussion. And discussion is a good thing, but this is inquiry, so that's the difference. So inquiry, your mother has lowered herself to an infantile level. Is it true? You don't have to look for the answer. You just witness that moment in time, and you're shown the answer, and you just look at it, and you're there contemplating what you see. And what you see is your mother, and you see her handing you the stickers, and it's your birthday. Is it your birthday?
Yes.
It's your birthday, and she brought you these stickers. So she lowered herself to an infantile level. Can you really know that it's true that she has lowered herself to an infantile level? And you'll be shown, you'll witness that moment in time, that situation, and it'll show you. And then what you see will give you the yes or no.
Yes.
Okay. I like those 2 questions because it really gives us an opportunity to question what we thought we saw then to see if maybe we missed something. So as you witness her in your mind's eye, you see her, notice how you react. Describe what you feel and witness describe how you feel when you believe the thought. She's lowered herself to an infantile level.
Like I mentioned, ashamed, detached, disappointed.
Yeah.
And knowing, for me, it was a decisive moment after years of her behavior, that I could not trust her.
Yeah, okay. So now witness how you react toward her. Just witness that.
I think I hugged her with resistance.
So you hug her and you don't really mean it.
Yes.
Okay, so you become false.
Yes.
Yeah. So she has lowered herself to an infantile level. Now look at her without the thought.
Sorry, the last one?
Look at her without the thought. She's lowered herself to an infantile level. In other words, drop everything you believe about her. It's like a story you plant onto her. Take the story off and look at her. Get really present and look at her without your story. And what do you see?
Actually, that is the same painful as the rest. Because, in my opinion, I'm aware it's an opinion, she was a very beautiful woman, and if I look into her eyes back then, I just saw destruction.
You just saw.
I didn't see my beautiful mother. I saw a self-destructive woman.
And I'm inviting you to look at her and to look into her eyes without the story. She's self-destructive.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying she's not. I just want you to drop your story and stay there until you experience connection.
Experience what? Sorry?
Connection.
Yes.
Or compassion, or...
Compassion I can connect to. Connection
Yeah.
not.
So she has lowered herself to an infantile level.
Yes.
Turn it around. I have.
I have lowered myself to an infantile level.
Yeah. Just try it on like you're trying on a new pair of shoes or boots. What does that mean to you when you look at you in that situation with your mom? I have one. Would you like to hear it?
Yes.
She gave you stickers for your birthday. And in no way did you appreciate the gift.
That's true, yes.
You didn't recognize it. You didn't feel it. You weren't grateful.
No.
You just... So, with your eyes closed, look at her giving you the stickers. You're her baby. That's like a little 5-year-old that doesn't like their birthday present.
Yes, I was in no way appreciative.
Let's look at statement 2. What are you experiencing?
With my eyes closed still or reading?
With your eyes closed, what were you experiencing?
Now?
Mm-hmm.
Wishfulness to come to a result for myself, hoping your work works.
Mm-hmm. Well, my work doesn't...
Not knowing if I'm a tough customer,
Yeah.
those kind
Well,
of things.
you know, my work doesn't work.
No, I have to do it
The
myself, I know.
answers that you see in your mind's eye enlighten you, or not, just to be open to it. You know, so far where I'm at is you are so worried about your mother, you couldn't be her little boy. And I understand that's not a manly thing to be, but that's your mom.
I wanted to be her little boy,
Yeah.
but I couldn't.
No, because you were believing things onto her. Let's look at statement 2, and I think it'll begin to clear up for you. And I don't see you as a tough customer. I see you as a beautiful man that's worried about his mother.
Well, not anymore. I'm worried about me.
I think we're getting somewhere. I have a son that is, he's 54, and he calls me on Sundays, for sure. And he's 54 years old, and I hear his voice on the phone, and I just think, oh my God, my baby boy! And, and he's learned to tolerate it. And not only tolerate it, he reverts to about 5 years old. It's, he's my baby, I'm his mommy, and it took a lot of work on my part to be that trusted. So, what did you read for statement 2?
I want my mama to be mentally healthy, have a contact with her as an adult, because we were both
And have a
adults.
contact with me as an adult,
Yes. Not connect to me as an infant.
and not see you as an infant?
Yes.
Or not connect with you as an infant?
Both.
Okay.
Take care of herself and acknowledge that she is into self-destruction.
And to acknowledge to herself that she is
Into self-destruction.
in being self-destructive?
Yes.
Okay. So close your eyes, look at her in that moment in time. She's giving you the stickers. You want your mother to be mentally healthy. Is that true? Look at her. Is it even possible?
It's true that I wanted it. It's not possible for her to be it. No.
So look at her. How do you treat her in that moment when you believe the thought? You want her to be mentally healthy. And by that, I mean the
Some
way
kind
you,
of
the
disgust?
way, again,
With some disgust,
with some disgust.
shame,
Yeah.
retract myself from her,
Yes.
distanciating myself,
Yes.
not trusting.
Now feel what that feels like. How that.
Solitary for both her and me.
Yeah. Now, who would you be in that situation with your mother without the thought, I want her to be mentally healthy?
Knowing that she cannot,
Yes.
I would be supportive.
Yeah.
Leaving the expectations as her son behind.
Yes. And be supportive.
Be supportive.
Yeah.
Yes.
And look how you accept the stickers. Being supportive.
I was not.
Yeah. I want my mother to be mentally healthy. Turn it around. I want me.
I want me to be mentally healthy.
Yes. So in that situation, you could have been less healthy than she was.
I'm trying to open up to what you're saying, but I don't believe it.
No, I'm not asking you to believe it. I'm asking you to continue to witness that and look at the two of you.
Mm-hmm.
And look at you the way you just described you and how that felt. Completely out of touch.
Yes.
That sounds like her.
Yes.
So she's drunk with her drinking and you're drunk with your thinking.
That is true. I like that one. Yes.
I want my mother.
Thank you for that one. No, I'm serious. That was nice.
But you could see it clearly, yes?
Yes.
Yes. I want my mother to be mentally healthy. Another turnaround, I don't want my mother to
I don't
be.
want my mother to be mentally healthy.
Yes. Now, what does that mean to you when you look at her in your mind's eye?
It's impossible that she would be mentally healthy.
In that moment in time.
Yes.
And that's all we're looking at. We're looking at the moment in time.
Yes.
And when you notice the way you treat her with that superiority,
Yes. Healthy, no, but yes.
Yeah, it could, you know, if if I were your mother, it'd drive me to drink. I just gotta do it sometimes. So, with your eyes closed, look at her, giving you the present. Look at her. She's not mentally healthy. And you think the thought you want her to be mentally healthy. Now, notice you have in your mind's eye images of past, future going on. You see your mother, the mother of your childhood, so beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And then you see your mother, the way she really is in the moment. Mm-hmm. You compare the two.
Yes.
And the real mother falls short. Now, one of those two is your mother. One is a dream, and one is real. Notice what happens to your real mother when you compare the two. Notice how you treat her when you see this false image of this beautiful mother and compare.
Yes, I don't treat her with warmth.
No. So now if you didn't compare, look at your mother.
I would be supportive, yes.
Yep, she's perfect. Don't believe me, test it. And then you see images of a future where she's going to look like the past.
Yes.
Okay? So both of those leave your mother just as a throwaway in the moment. Unacceptable.
Yes. That's true.
You're putting false mothers in your head and you can't see the one you're with.
Yes.
Okay? So I want my mother to be mentally healthy. I want me to be mentally healthy. And to know the difference between what is real and what is not. I want my mother to acknowledge to herself that she is self-destructive. Turned around, I want me.
I want me to acknowledge that I am self-destructive.
I want me to acknowledge to myself that I am self-destructive.
I want me to acknowledge to myself that I am self-destructive.
Yes, you destroy the self that your mother is because you're not mentally healthy enough to stop comparing nothing to her.
Being mentally healthy is, okay. Mm-hmm.
Is to know the difference between reality and fantasy.
The past is still this is fantasy, right?
Well, what do you think?
Well, it's not here right now.
There's your first clue.
Is it then fantasy or memory?
To me, they're the same.
Okay.
I mean, which one's your mother? It's important that you know. If you did not compare you to any other human being, are you perfect?
Yes.
You see the people in your life?
Yes.
Okay. So if you don't compare them to anyone else, you've got everyone in the world as your friend.
Actually, I acknowledge that when I'm with my friends and rest of the family, I don't compare. When I'm with a girlfriend, I do. Actually, it's quite shitty. I don't know why everybody's laughing.
Well, doesn't say a lot for your relationships. You're never with the one you're with.
I guess it's true. Yes,
You know, it's confusing not to be with the one you're with.
it is. It is.
Let's look at statement 3.
Mama should take her drinking problem seriously, take me seriously, to connect, instead of denial and being in her own world. Get professional help. Stop denying.
So the mother in that situation on your birthday,
Yes,
that's the mother we're focused on.
yes.
So she should take her drinking seriously. Is that true? Look at her condition.
She's not able.
No. Now notice how you treat her when you think the thought she should take her drinking seriously.
Actually, when I see her being infantile, as an infant, not able to connect, to speak, yes, I put myself in a position of being disgusted or ashamed.
Yeah.
When I'm convincing her or motivating her to get help, I'm not in that position, but I'm trying to be supportive. And I've been that, yes, many times.
But on your birthday, when yeah, that really shows, honey.
At that point, when I thought you should get some help, I was not supportive, no.
No. So you see that?
I was annoyed. Yes.
Yeah. Now, the thing is, following that, you feel guilt. Maybe you're not all aware of it, but you can't get away from it. Why do you feel guilt? The image of the past when you were treating her that way.
Yes.
You see in your mind's eye and you feel the guilt again. It comes back, you feel the guilt again. So what we're doing now is we're waking you up from that dream. Self-realization. And anytime you lack any sense of kindness, it's that way.
What I feel most is sadness for her.
She should take her drinking seriously, turn it around.
I should take my drinking seriously.
I should take my thinking.
I should take my thinking seriously.
Yes, my thinking about her. And share, which is what you're doing this evening, and connect, which is what you're doing with your mother, it seems, this evening. And get professional help and stop denying your part in this. So let's look at statement 4.
Can I ask one question?
Probably.
It's probably yes or no?
No, probably, but I don't know the future, so I'm just waiting.
Okay. If I look at my mother through my mind's eye, with the comparisons to the future and the past, yes, I feel all the disgust and If I look at her having her problem right here, right now, I feel supportive and sadness for her. Still, then I ask myself the question, when I was, during all these 20 years.
See, feeling sadness for her, you
Yes.
can't do. You can't feel sadness for someone.
Feel sorry for her?
No. She is only who you believe her to be. For all you know, she was fine. Did she tell you she was sad?
Yes, she was cry every day during 20 years.
Oh,
Well, I might exaggerate, maybe 3 days a year she would not, but really, she was... When I would wake up in the morning, she would be crying, and at 6 o'clock in the morning already be drunk. And I would ask her, why are you crying? Oh, it's nothing, but she would be crying.
Well,
I was witnessing this for years.
Sweetheart, you be your mother and tell me that. Look at me. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
And you tell me what she told you for years.
I tell you what she told me.
Yeah, you be her.
I'm fine.
Yeah. That's wonderful to know. It seems like you're not.
No, I'm fine.
Excellent. Thank you. Done.
Done?
You're thinking onto her.
Yes, I was.
I mean, I think it's fairly disrespectful not to believe her.
So if she was crying in the morning, boozing herself up out of sadness, it's strange not to believe her?
So pretend you're crying, and I'm going to say, "Are you okay?" Okay. So she's crying, crying, crying. Are you okay?
Truthful answer, yes. Denying answer, yes.
So are you okay, Mom?
She said, yes, I'm fine.
Okay. So thank you, Mom. It looks to me like you are not fine. I just wanted to check it out. Now, Mom, if you're ever not fine, I want you to tell me, okay?
Okay.
Okay?
No, I see what you're saying. It's arrogant to put my thinking onto her.
It's also painful. Arrogance is painful. And little boys growing up can't help it. But if you're crying, I walked up to a man on the street recently. He was crying, and I walked up to him, and I said, and I put my hand on his shoulder, and I said, "Are you okay?" And he said, "Yes." I walked on. I mean, what am I going to do? Say, he's not telling me the truth. He's lying. He's hopeless. He's going to go kill himself. You know, oh, what can I do? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. And walk away feeling guilty the rest of my life, wondering what happened to that man. Or I can give him the dignity of just, you know, it's not that I believe him or don't believe him, but I don't know. I'm positive about that. And I feel that he's the best authority for what he's experiencing. I'm free, and hopefully he is too. What you have gone through, I have one word for. It's called hell. When you love your mother and you see her in that condition all your life, it's like a hopeless state of mind. But you can do something about it now. Mm-hmm. Or you're going to put this on your girlfriends.
I don't want to.
You're going to put it on all of us. And then you're going to blame us for your sadness. But what you're believing onto us is really up to the inquiring mind, yours. What did you write for number 6?
I don't ever want to experience an intimate / love connection with someone denying, destructive, or infantile.
I'm willing to. There are these teachers in the world, and they're going to, you know, until you start looking at yourself, there's not a lot of peace.
Shit. I'm willing to experience an intimate / love connection with someone denying, destructive, or infantile.
I look forward to. you know, as you look in the mirror in the morning, okay, I look forward to.
And then I say this sentence.
That's because you're a tough customer.
I look forward to experience an intimate love connection with somebody denying, destructive, or infantile.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sweetheart, I love that you take this worksheet home and get really still in it and sit with your beautiful self.
Oh well.
You know, I think of how my sons and my daughter worried about me when I was just so crazy. And they had to find their own way. They had to find their own way through it. There's nothing I could say or do to get them through it. They had to do that. And I had to do it in my own way too. So we're all left to our own work. Thank you.
Thank you.